Hello, everyone.
I'm also trying to record this session. So
I'm multitasking, if you can believe it.
as a man, no guarantees, but yeah, I'll do my best. And I hope, yeah, I should be able to share my screen in a bit as well. So that's all looking good. Customary 5 minutes. So let's wait for a bit. Can you guys hear me well, by the way? All right. Good to know. Good to know.
So, a very, very exciting update this week.
Yes, indeed, Buff Tony. And we have something else coming, something even earlier than that. So it's a lot of fun. Hey, Danny.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you, buddy?
I am really good, really excited too for today's update.
Indeed, indeed. Lots to cover.
Lots to cover. I already gave the audience the mandatory talk, like 5 minutes of waiting time. They are so accustomed to it by now.
Definitely, definitely.
So yeah, I it's also the first time that I'm recording this. So I was telling Chad as well that I'm a man, I'm multitasking. So I can't give any guarantees.
Very good, very good. Yeah, no Alice today.
Yes.
We've, the boys are doing it for themselves.
Well, I have seen her in the audience, so
Yeah, she's here
she's
to heckle.
lurking. Always lurking.
Yeah, Harley, you should know, right?
Out of all the like the team members, I spent most time with Harley actually. So if somebody knows that I'm on the edge of a mental breakdown, it's him.
I think you're super chilled all the time, actually, Frido. I think you're always calm. You're always positive. Maybe you're like a swan, where on above the water it looks all serene and calm, but you're kicking below the water. Maybe.
Maybe, yes. Well, I always try to remain calm. And there are, of course, some days that, yeah, I'm feeling a bit less than that. But usually, it's the people. I tell you, it's the great people that I'm with, the team that I'm working with. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Cool. So we're getting close then. So 2 minutes.
yes,
2 minutes, guys. Round up. So we've actually got a lot of stuff to cover today. Actually, so we've got some stuff to cover that's
we
sort
do.
of very product focused that we need to cover. Things that are happening very, very imminently, and also we've got some big updates in terms of the roadmap as well. So we do want to get going, and we will have to get going literally in 60 seconds, with or without everybody.
Yeah, because you're busy as always, huh? You'll probably have another meeting right after this one.
I do actually, yeah. I do.
I do wonder, genuinely though, when do you eat?
I eat enough. Definitely eat enough. That's
Okay.
what That's probably one of my least concerns.
All right.
Is how much I eat.
So you are taking care of yourself.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, I think it's important you try and find a little bit of balance. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. Like I knew today that I'm going to be working basically till probably close to midnight tonight,
Whoa.
and so therefore I took the dog out this morning and then took the kids to the park for a little bit because it's not. I had a meeting at 7:30 this morning actually, so it's not.
Whew.
It's not healthy to work from 7:30 in the morning to midnight. So
No,
I'll try
true.
and I'll try and be a bit proactive in terms of like finding a bit of time in the day and trying to find a little bit of balance. So
Nice. Well, I really like that. All right. Looks to me everybody is here, or if they aren't, then yeah, let's get the show rolling.
snooze you lose,
You
as they
snooze, you
say.
lose.
I
Yes.
feel like the pressure because you record. I don't know why, because we record the session every week, but because I know you're recording this for YouTube, I feel like
Yes.
this pressure to be all professional. But let's get moving, shall we?
Let's do it.
Cool. Okie dokie. So bear with me 2 seconds. I have to bring up my super duper agenda that Frida and I have already been through.
Yeah, I love that we do that. By the way, nice and structured. I am into structure.
I love my structure. So bear with me 2 seconds. Apologies. So I'll talk about being prepared and structure, and I'm not prepared. Okay, so we're going to kick off with the big stuff. The big stuff first. So kicking off with development update. So big update happening imminently. We will be pushing a new smart contract that have got 2 fundamental changes within it. So 2 things that we're tackling is the speed of the Oracle. So if anybody's in the public beta channel, you know, just look on the left hand side. There's a channel called public beta. I posted a 6-second video, and you can see the price just constantly moving, right? So it's tracking, and also and we also get a chart feed. So we're working with Pith network. So we will still also work with sort of like Chainlink longer term. So that's not the end of that relationship at all. This is just to meet our short term needs. So but we will continue to work with Pith long term as well. So in addition to partnering already with Arbitrum, Bitmart. We're partnering with Synapse, Chainlink, and also Pith, the likes of Dex Finance, Arbordex, just a number of organizations that we're working with continues to grow. So with that update, you're going to see a super responsive Oracle, of which you can see the evidence of that. And in addition, there's lots of marketing opportunities as well. So we'll be putting out joint announcements with the guys. We'll be doing a demo in their community. We'll be doing, AMAs, and there'll be all sorts of things doing in terms of co-promotion as well. So it's great in terms of exposure for Foxify as a project, but first and foremost, it's fantastic in terms of improving sort of the latency, which is really important strategically because people who want to make options at decent levels need confidence in latency, and we should, following this update, see liquidity grow very quickly on the platform, and kind of in the early stages of beta, if people remember, the volume was growing exponentially on a daily basis, actually. And our user base has been growing steadily, albeit there's lots of levers that we want to pull that drives user base, which we can talk about in a second. But you want to pull them when you're into it, I suppose, more of what you would call a settled sort of production environment. So that's where we're going to be very soon. So when is this going to happen? So we will be pushing the update in a few hours' time. Now, what we will be doing from 16:45 UK time, so that's 15:45 UTC, today on the 11th of July, just in case anybody is watching this back, you will no longer be able to sell or buy options on the platform. So that's just going to stop. So if you want to sneak one in, you've got 6 minutes to do so, albeit there will only be, if you buy one in the next 6 minutes, it will still reach its expiry. But if you set one up to sell in the next 6 minutes, then it's very unlikely to be bought. So so that update is happening imminently. We've been in a staging environment for a couple of days, so all sort of testing and everything happening in the background, and then we'll be pushing the live environment in a few hours' time. Okay, so not given a specific time on that, but it will be within a few hours' time. In addition to that, so another change that we, because we're always, logging sort of feedback, looking at performance, understanding and learning, and trying to find ways to improve both user experience but also the functionality of the platform. We will also use this opportunity of pushing the new contract to apply some new logic actually to the smart contract, which ultimately it basically applies a formula system to the fee structure, which then also factors in like a dynamic minimum price on an option, which you'll see on the platform actually, and that protects in a number of different ways. But ultimately, I think in terms of the biggest impact that will have, it reduces. Increases significantly the minimum amount that you can put onto an option. So we've tested, say, for instance, at 1.4, to give you an example. If somebody had $25 on an option that had a rate of 1.4 return, then you wouldn't be able to buy less than around $4.3 of that, right? So it's going to push the minimums up slightly, which is logical from a user experience, but also logical from a fee structure. We will see with the introduction of the new Oracle, we will see gas fees increase a bit. So sometimes it will be as much as nearly $1, which is where we kind of expected it to be actually previously, and it came in much lower than that at times. So we expect that to increase to around $1, which at the same time means it's logical to set a minimum. Somebody buys $1 option, it just makes no sense, right? So there'll be a minimum applied, and that minimum is applied dynamically depending on the size of the option and the rate being offered. But it will be displayed within the UI. It's not like you need to go and read up on this. You know, when you try and buy an option, it will just tell you there that there is a minimum, and that minimum is set dynamically. Just a heads up on gas, that will come down though. So there's several things that are in the works. So Pith themselves have got an update that's coming in around 10-12 days time. So we do expect to see gas cut in half actually in around 12 days time from that update. Arbitrum also are pushing a big update, and they expect to see their gas this year coming down by 80% overall. So yeah, just to give you sort of a heads up there. So that's the big update that's happening in terms of the contract. So that should put us then in a position where we're in, I suppose, a very settled production environment in terms of the options. We're still collecting feedback as beta continues, and there's still a number of updates that we want to push in terms of UX, UI, and please, keep giving us feedback. It's super valuable. People who are here at first day on private beta to now, it's huge progress, and the update today is going to take us a massive step forward. But do please keep giving us feedback. So where do we move next in terms of development then? So we continue to improve all of the time throughout beta, but clearly the next focus then is for us to push out the PLP contracts, which are basically done, and also then to push out the perpetuals platform, all the design specification, everything's ready to go. Basically, we just need to get these options changes out of the way so that we can focus completely on that. It's very risky for a development team to try and continue on something that's super important and then try and run focus on two things at the same time. So makes sense for us to work really hard on getting the big update done on the options. So that'll be pushed today, and then we have sort of a clear run in front of us in terms of moving on then to the PLP and perps, which everybody is obviously super excited about. So quick reminder on that, just in case you missed it. So in literally 2 minutes, you won't be able to buy or sell any options. The action for anybody that has options for sale that have not yet been executed, if an option is already live, when it expires, it will execute in the direction that towards the winner, basically. So there's nothing that needs to be done there. But if you do have liquidity on the platform, full sale on the option, then we ask that you just pull it out. We are, I believe, and I'm just saying believe, just because this isn't easy what we're doing, but we are running a migration system at the same time that will protect. Some people will like this. I think probably a lot of people don't like this, but it will protect all of the data in your profile around your volume, your P&L, your position. All of those things will be maintained and consistent, but that is a tricky process. So that's why I'm just a little bit hesitant, because never say never. We're like 99% sure everything will be migrated and maintained. But like I say, I think there's probably 30% of people who'd be very happy about that. There'd be 70% of people who'd be very happy to maybe start the history again, like it is with anything around trading. So that's the update. We stay online and focus and around until this new update is pushed live. And obviously, we need to be present and attentive when that goes live as well, just to make sure that everything is smooth. Big update next is around token launch details. We need a very clear runway ahead of us, and quite frankly, we were probably a little bit too ambitious with where we were before, and it meant that our IDO and token launch date was very difficult actually to build relationships with IDO platforms. If you've got a date that's moving or you're unsure of, people need sort of something that they can work towards. We're now pushed into, we're in a position where we're pushing towards middle of July. Obviously, August is traditionally the lowest month in terms of volume, interest in IDOs, and so on. And it makes sense for us to focus on a day that A, we can be completely sure of, and B, in addition to that, we can it's in a very, very positive environment as well. So the token launch we are planning for, which will include launch of the token plus staking. So two big updates here. We're planning for the last week of September, and we also, if we want to work with a number of organizations and platforms, which we do, the token launch is a huge marketing opportunity. It's an opportunity to list on many, many different websites and platforms as we have that runway between now and the end of September. We do also need to sort of work with those partners and have tokenomics that they're comfortable with, which is understandable considering the space that we operate in and how tricky it can be sometimes, despite our sort of unblemished record. So we'll be restructuring the tokenomics as well. So we'll see an update to the white paper this week. The big news really there is that you're going to see the target launch price will be exactly the same as what it was before. You're going to see the supply come down drastically. So the FDV, so anyone doesn't know what that is, that's the fully diluted value. That is the total value of every single token in existence, which includes the tokens that Foxify itself will own, will come down from 45 million plus down under 10 million. Now, what that means from a circulating market cap perspective is that when we launch, the actual circulating market cap on the day we launch is going to be very, very, very low. It's very difficult to see it north of 1.5 million actually in terms of circulating market cap. So huge opportunity for the token. I think any sort of institutional, larger or investors that we've engaged with have all had to accept a vesting schedule. So that means that with this new FDV, it also means that from a circulating market cap perspective, it will be very, very low on launch, which is obviously very exciting for people that like to see token launches with lots of volatility, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have that. So yeah, a lot to take in there, but just as a reminder, end of September, restructuring the tokenomics, FDV under 10 million, so circulating market cap when we launch very, very low, under 1.5 million for sure.
That was a lot to take in, I have no doubt. So while you guys are typing any questions, etc., let me remind you of the beta reward program that is still going on. Up to 25% of all option fees get paid in USDC to the top 100 options traders, and that is decided by volume traded. And for every $1,000 you've traded in volume, you'll get 500 ZDXP. And then for the perpetuals, 10% of all perpetual fees will get paid in USDC to the top 100 perpetual traders, also by volume traded, and 500 XP for every $20,000 of volume. Just a quick reminder, so you know.
Very good. Yeah, and that will be paid proportionately. So the further you are up that list, then the larger share of that pie you will get. So if there was, let me give you an example. So throughout beta, if there was $1 million in fees collected, for instance, then $100,000 in USDC on perpetuals would be distributed to the top 100 traders. Albeit if you're number one, you'll get more proportionately to how much you've traded to someone who's in 100th place. So really drives engagement, community engagement in beta, both on the options and also on the perpetual side. I'm just curious because I was just having a look to see whether we've got any questions, Frido, but there's there's a lot of happy posts, but
yeah, I didn't see any questions except
For the one you answered already earlier, if people had to pull out their liquidity, that was a yes.
but other than that, until I started my little story, there were no questions, or none of them that I hadn't answered yet. So I'll give the community a minute or two for any other questions, and then I will take the show. I'm going to share my screen. We have a wheel on there. As you guys might remember from last week, we agreed, Danny and I, that we're going to continue the options beta giveaway, so to speak. So if you tag your your options, there you go, on Twitter with the hashtag @FoxifyTrade and @FoxifyTrade and hashtag FoxifyBeta, you'll have a chance to win 25 USDC, and we will make that winner, or we announce the winner right here live on stream. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys.
And this is every week, by the way. So this is
Yes.
just a nice fun interjection in amongst all the boring updates. So Frida likes to give money away.
Yes, sometimes I get in trouble, but yeah, what can I say? Cool. You should be able to see my screen. And if you can't...
How many prizes do we have, Frida?
The one, right? There's one person who will win $25. And we have 16 people who are on the wheel.
Very good. Very good.
So let me, because I have it shared already, but I have to quickly switch to it myself. So there we go. Shall I spin it then?
Go. Let's go.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And again, the winner will take home $25 in USDC,
which can be claimed by opening a ticket.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, look at that.
Boom. DeFi with beef. Congratulations. It's always nice. It makes me happy to spin this wheel, Danny.
Very good. Very good.
All right.
Makes Frida happy. So there you go. If you want to be on the wheel next week, you know what to do. Keep sharing your options. And it's going to be an exciting week, definitely, with all of the updates today.
Definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to give a brief update on affiliates for this week. So the affiliate campaign, we haven't pushed the affiliate system live yet. Obviously, it's been all hands on deck with the update for the options, but we will be focused on pushing the affiliate system live very soon. That's a really important part of our strategy. So it's not lost on us at all that we need to get that out. But despite that, we haven't been sitting on our hands. We've still been pushing really hard and building relationships with organizations that will have a massive impact on our success. Affiliate is, our plan is for 50% of our marketing success, if you like, to come from the affiliate program. So we've put a lot of effort into that as well. Bear with me. Sorry, I'm also a member of another server that doesn't call its announcement, so I'm struggling to find our own announcements. So a few updates. So Crypto Moonlight, so crypto enthusiast and content creator, over 200,000 subs on YouTube. So congrats to Rachel, because that's a fantastic addition this week. We've also added Cryptomist, so crypto trader, audience of 129,000 on Twitter. absolutely huge. Crypto trader with an audience of over 20,000. So Noble Ironside, welcome to the crew. Layer 1X, the world's fastest interoperable blockchain, over 11,000 followers on Twitter, and they're very keen to see us work with them in many different ways. And One Token, a deflationary token on Binance Smart Chain, with a community just over 3,000. So that's our official affiliates. We do have standard affiliates as well, just as a heads up. So we're signing them all of the time, but we only really sort of share our official affiliates, of which you need to kind of have at least 3,000. But that's huge, right? So it's hats off to Rachel. So for this week, we've added affiliates with, what's that, 140, 160, 360.
More than 300, yeah.
Yeah, 363,000 combined followers. When you add that to the network of official affiliates that we've already got, which is around about 58 today, the combined audience of all of our affiliates, is why we're super keen to get that fired up and get it pumping. The combined audience of all of our affiliates, I think, is somewhere in the region of about 1.5 million already, actually. So yeah, great work. The guys are getting all of the irons in the fire, ready for when we've got, a fully fledged platform and we can come out of beta, and we'll be pumping that pretty hard. So yeah, good job, good update.
I love that. Yes, great job.
There's also a reminder on the bounty. So probably our greatest source of new affiliates is actually from you guys. It's from people within the community recommending other people, and there's a tiered system there. The top tier, if you recommend somebody who's got like 100,000 plus followers, then the top tier can get you $250. But there's several different tiers, but you can win a payout by contributing to the community. And like I say, probably of all of that audience that we've secured so far, I'd say that 70% of it at least has come through referral. So there's a bounty system in place. We'll make sure we keep reminding every week in terms of all of the new additions to the affiliate program, and we'll make sure that we keep reminding you guys on that bounty as well. So if you want to get involved, a big influencer, you're part of a trading group, you're part of a trading Discord, a trading community on Telegram, make the connection. That's all you have to do. We'll take it from there. And if they sign up as an affiliate, then you can earn a reward. Cool. So any questions at the moment on that before we move on to which is our final point? So we've been despite the fact that we've had some really big updates today, we've been super, super efficient. I think the lack of questions has probably helped.
Definitely. I have a couple of them, but they are around the new system that determines
what the minimum purchase will be, right? If somebody put an option, as you said, for $25, a dynamic system will determine what the minimum is. Yeah. And
you'll see it in the UI, by the way. So nobody has to take sort of a maths PhD.
Yeah.
The UI will just tell you. It will just say, look, if you're trying to put $1 in there and the minimum is $4.65, it will say the minimum that you can put on this option at this rate is $4.65.
And Koftomas has a question the reason for the higher gas fees.
It's just a technical reason, really. It's just because you've got a combined feed that Pith use, and they're using a number of on-chain feeds, and all of those contribute to transactions. Therefore, you've got a combination of multiple gas feeds.
Yeah, and that is bound to go down as well, as I heard you say earlier,
imminently.
Imminently.
We expect it to there's two sort of things that will be reducing gas significantly on through this solution and also on Arbitrum.
Yeah.
So Arbitrum are confident they're going to drop their gas fees by 80% this year through a number of updates that they've got. And Pith themselves will be bringing one update which will drop it by around half, and they believe that they'll bring another update which will drop it by half again. But even so, when you're down to sort of 30-40 cent, then we're in a fairly good place.
Nice. Then I think no more questions.
Cool. Somebody did ask, can you clarify, how do I get a spot on that wheel? Everyone loves the wheel.
Yes, I know. I mean, I love it. So yeah.
How do I get on the wheel, Frida?
How do you get on the wheel?
Well, let me repeat myself gladly. Whenever you do a trade on beta.foxify.trade, make sure you share that trade on Twitter. Make sure you mention at Foxify Trade and pound Foxify Beta. And when you do that, you will be automatically automatically I will pick you up and I'll put you on that wheel, and you'll have your chance of winning that prize.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. Get on the wheel. So final update in terms of marketing update. So we've got quite a busy schedule actually when we get to the end of September. So obviously we're heavily focused on product and beta first, which is the right way to do it. And every week's going to be exciting going forward for the next few weeks. Obviously we'll have the token launch at the end of September, which gives us lots of runway to partner with various IDO platforms. We have sort of a pipeline of 4 or 5 partners at the moment, a number of others that can open up as well as a result of our tokenomics changes. Also, the following week after that, so the first week of October, we are exhibiting at the Blockchain Economy Summit in Dubai. So we'll be in Dubai on the 4th and 5th of October. We were a gold sponsor there, I think, which means I need to talk again. But it'll be our first event actually where we can be on site. And we've never exhibited in Dubai, but I've been to an event. I've been to a couple of events in Dubai, and they're super outgoing. They're super crypto-ish with Lambos outside and all sorts. So yeah, we're very excited about that. We're very excited that we can leverage sort of like very sort of direct marketing techniques. For instance, like offering people free trades or the fact they can double up on the trade and things like that. So we've got lots of levers to pull that, like I say, very sort of like direct marketing angles, and we'll have the event in Dubai as well early October. So we're not slowing down at all. It's about product first, and then we're pushing super hard on marketing. Within Alice's plan, we've got ad space lined up. We've got influencers lined up. We've got events, AMAs, giveaways. There's just so much that's coming. But at the same time, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So we're kind of like holding the horses on lots of things, ready to push the button, because you can only spend your marketing budget once as well, and you need to get maximum return on investment. So we're kind of like we're almost like caged animals at the moment, ready to go from a sales and a marketing point of view. And as soon as we're comfortable, we're in a settled production environment on the platform, of which we're a huge step towards that today with the update to the option side. Then it's a very exciting few months coming up. And of course, then we've got a token launch at the end of September with a circulating market cap, which is anybody here that's in the MDB, our first project, our circulating market cap was 3 million there. With a much smaller, probably a much smaller reach, and also a much smaller community. So it's going to be pretty exciting come the launch of the Foxify token, and of course it's a utility token that also provides voting rights from a governance perspective. But in addition to that, it also pays for staking it, and it will pay part stable, part in native token as well. Yeah, so super exciting, and the summer's going to be exciting, the autumn's going to be exciting, every quarter's going to be exciting going forward. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing.
I feel the same way, Danny. If each week I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be like a cooler week, but then again, it's like, whoa, no, we're gonna do so much more stuff, and yeah, I'm getting so riled and pumped up each and every single week. I love it.
Cool. Great stuff. All right, I think that is us, right?
I think so, yeah. Let me sift one more time through chat. Yeah, I think we've done it.
A couple of people are typing, so I don't know whether we're going to get some serious questions.
What was that? Harley, twitter.com/ what now? Oh, Tyson Fury fight. Oh yeah.
Very good. All right,
Yeah.
no more questions. So we'll close
No
up
more.
and we'll get some notes out on this session as well. So remember, you cannot buy or sell options now. You cannot
Yeah.
buy or sell new options. Any existing options that are already rolling will expire as they should do, and we'll be pushing a new update on the platform in just a few hours' time. So watch this space.
All right. Thank you all, everybody, for joining, and have a great rest of your day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.